Hello guys and welcome to another video. Rashidi here, and I'm going to be doing, this is going to be part one of 2 or 3 parts. I'm going to be doing an endless setup from start to finish, and then I'm going to be doing some endless runs. So for double concord users, I'm going to suggest, especially depending on your experience, that you take off your double concords on your world loadout so that you have more time to do the actual endlesses. Yes, that word. So how I start out doing endless, I go Beowulf, and I go, well, your spec isn't immediately important, but sometimes I'm magi because whenever I'm doing endless and I'm doing more, I'm usually magi from before, so I get the lowered mana costs. Yeah. I should have a loadout buffing. Okay. I guess I switched a few things at some point. Alright, this should be okay, I think, though I know that we have so many different things now that protect us from whatever the newer items is what I mean. I don't remember them, guys. I think one of them is a necklace or something. Let me see. Alright, never mind. Wow, I'm here dismantling this in the middle of my endless thing, huh, guys? Bad. This is going to be a bad video. I can already tell. I'm just kidding. It's gonna be great, guys. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Alright, so endless. So I'm gonna try this one because I think it's 6 hours. Yes, it's 5 hours, and I'll be done with these in 5 hours for sure. I'll take off, as I said, one of my concords to start my what do you call this one now? My gauntlet, my menu gauntlet, and I'll check the cooldown. I think it should be 5 hours too. 2 hours. Shit, I gotta do this one first then. Alright, that's not a problem. And then this is my third dungeon because I don't have any more. I'm going to do this one with one concord too to see the time. So this one is 11 hours, and that is totally fine because I'm not going to be doing too many. I'm just going to be doing just enough to give some example. So, and I'm going to change my pet, and the pets that you should be starting out with is either Kerberos or the Apprentice of Apollyon that does the alignment that you want. And the alignment that I want is the Earth alignment. Let's see if it's this one. Awesome. So this guy will be doing Earth alignment for us while we buff. And then when we're done buffing, we're going to switch over to another pet that will be giving us, be it additional buffs or ward turns. It all depends on what we're requiring. But for now, we just buff up. So you see, I start with ward first, which is customary for any dungeon. Like, you should usually start with ward. I start with my defensive buffs next. And I'm going into my attacking buffs, and I literally want every buff. Wow, obviously. Oh, okay. So that's why I had on I didn't have on a Balder helmet, actually. Strange. But yes, that's why I would usually have my Balder helmet on so that I don't get cursed. I'll use Worm Song really early. You need every buff. Every buff. So Don't think, okay, I'm not going to waste this or I'm not going to waste that. You're doing endless now. You're a big boy. You need everything. It's dangerous in here. You see this thing? Look at this thing. This thing got a cool hairstyle. This monster got a cool hairstyle. It's dangerous. So, that's why we need everything. So, Brindhild, okay, awesome. So, I just got my Earth alignment. And when I get my Earth alignment, I just switch right out. That is kind of because Kerberos, because it would do another alignment. But with getting your alignment, it means that you should just start buffing in another dungeon and get your alignment. And then I'm going to teach you how to keep track of it, because you're going to say, but why don't I just buff up fully and then go in? Because I'm now going to not know what buffs I have on. And it's actually very easy to know what buffs you have on, because you are getting about 8 different buffs or something of the sort. I haven't played in a while, guys. Please forgive me and my lack of knowledge. But I think it's 8 buffs. We're going to find out. Wow, he was very graceful and very, very nice, and gave them to us really early. So I'm going to be appreciative of that, and I'm going to go ahead and buy that pet, the golem. Damn, he ain't in this one. Ain't in that one either. I just think he'll be useful at some point, because he does mend wall too. And honestly, guys, I'm gonna be doing the most, like the absolute fucking most in these dungeons, yo. So I think I'm going to use this guy to build up some ward turns and go from there. So I'm going to go back into this one, and then, as I said, this is how I'll count it now. So we're supposed to have on about 8 different buffs, right? And I have on one that is is there a way I could condense? Awesome. So I don't know if you can see, but I have on crit. I have on Maj 1 single up, Maj double up, the defense up, double defense up, which that is the same as the res and the double res up, because you use the same skills to get them. So I have the crit, that's 1, Maj 1, Maj 2, that's 3, defense 1, defense 2, that's 5, Earth alignment, that's 6, Brynhild, that's 7. So that pretty much means that I only need my what are these now? Resistances. My resistances. And I need about 6 of those. Technically I need 5 of them, but because the earth alignment gives you perfect earth immunity, so you won't need earth resistance. So I pretty much only go as much as getting the other 5, but sometimes I get the 6th one in there just to have it. I'm going to be double checking the buffs because I'm not positive. It's been a while since I've done this. Alright, so I'm going to put it back to condensed mode because that's kind of how I'm used to it. Because you'll notice that the dark alignment is to the left of the... It's not alignment. The dark resistance is to the left of the earth alignment. And then you have 5 to the right of it. So that's how I know. And at this point, I still need a lot more ward turns. So I'm going to be fortifying a bunch and hoping this guy behind me does a bit of fortifying too. I'm going to go up to about 300 ward turns. And once I've done this one, guys, I think that will be me concluding the video. And then my next video will be me starting the endless runs. I won't let you guys suffer through me doing this twice more. So I might pause it actually, because this isn't the longest video ever, and I will continue. I might actually just make this like a 12-minute video, and then I'll start the actual endless run in another video. That's what I'll do. And by the time your mana is this low, you're not going to want to fill your mana up fully. So you're going to want to be using stuff like super elixirs that give you a bit of mana, and you don't really need any HP, but I don't want 2,500 mana from that thing. Ma'am, I have all my buffs. Why are you hitting me? This is why I don't get bail, because like as heretic well, then again, I do have a few ascension levels. I don't know. I don't know. I just think it shouldn't be able to hit me. No. And I'm coming towards the 300 turns. And I'm going to show you guys what I do next. So at this point, you're all set. Like, you're pretty much all ready. I might go to a bit more, like a few more turns. But by this point, you're all ready, and now you need your Berserk buffs, and you're going to need all 3 of them. And I'll show you how I manage them in the actual run. But your goal is to get the Berserk buffs last, because you can't be doing all your buffs and all your little bullshit while you have the Berserk buffs, because you're going to be getting drained every single time. So this is where you go now to the specialization of Berserk, and you can actually just use a Chimera. So if you don't want to change out, switch over to your Chimera pet. I guess I'll do that method, and then you can be Raider only. That would be, but Berserk specialization is like 25,000 orn, or maybe 50,000. It's nothing. I would rather just do that than wait on my Chimera, my face Chimera actually, because I don't know why I'd be bringing the normal one to, you know, spaz out, give me Berserk. Then I'll use a Berserk mushroom for Berserk 2, and then you can use a smelly mushroom for Berserk 3. But again, I do not recommend you using your smelly mushroom for that purpose, because there are arisen Morrigans to kill. This motherfucker hitting, bro. I want Brynhild. Bro, stop. I'm buff me, you goofy ass motherfucker. Bro, buff me. The fuck is this? Bro, buff me. I'm on video right now. Thank you. And then I'll put on Berserk mushroom, and then I'll hop over to the Raider specialization. I haven't started drinking yet, so I'm not going to be slurring my words. It is approximately 5:45 a.m. for me right now. So I'm going to start drinking in 2 hours, and not a moment sooner. So this might be a boring endless. Actually, I have a lot of energy when I just wake up too, and I smoke, so it might be another energy. Because I have to do it in the next 2 hours. I have to do at least the menu one in the next 2 hours. And then obviously I'm going to have to go back into my menu and hop over here and do a Berserk. And I'm gonna go into this run, guys. Like, this run is going to be one of those ones that you're gonna be like, damn, this motherfucker going in. Like, damn, I gotta watch this. You know, that type of run. It's gonna be one of them. One of them ones. I almost just want to run this one, just so that, okay, let me just double go over the buffs and why they exist. And actually, I can't just go into the run because I have to show you my setup for the run, though I will be going over that and why I'm using each thing in the other video regardless. But my method is pretty, what would I call it now, different from other people's methods, other than persons who have watched my videos and started to use my methods. But okay, so we have Berserk 1 up the top there, that gives 50%. Berserk 2 I think gives so that's Berserk 3 right there actually, because you see the 3 arrows. So that's Berserk 3, that gives 80% I think, don't quote me. And actually I got the first one wrong, so I just saw the damage one. That is actually Berserk 1. So from top to bottom you have Berserk 2, Berserk 1, crit up, damage up. I also like the attack ups because you're gonna notice that I use a lot of basic attacks as a mage inside there. So don't be alarmed when you see that. That's just sometimes when I don't want to expend mana when I'm in a good little iconoclast place, but I also still want a bit of decent damage, crit chance, and I don't need to do much magic to kill the thing. So they're all important, as I said, like even the attack up and the double attack up. So the Berserks, 3 Berserks, the crit up, magic 2 up, defense and res up 2, dex up. You must have dexterity up. Don't let me tell y'all again. Defense, dark defense, earth defense, not necessary because you have earth alignment. Fire defense is useless because earth alignment makes it so that fire resistance on the spell's fire resistance won't work, but an armor piece's fire resistance will work. So your faction won't work and the spell won't work, but if you have a piece of fire resistance on your armor, that will work. So technically you only need 4 resistances, but as I said, just get all of them because 1, you'll be getting more ward turns with Ward of Balor 2, and 2, it's easier to remember to just have them all instead of not having this one for this reason until you know it a little bit better. Call of Brynhild will give your Ashen Phoenix the confidence in itself to give you Deific Channel a lot more, and that is very important. So another important thing, though I won't be using it, is called the Small Bestial Potion. But these things are just for altars because normal people won't be getting these. I've done like 200 dungeons since they've been released, 300 maybe. I don't even see mine. Okay, here they are, and I only have 23. So you know that I won't be using them like on a whim. They give 5% additional pet action rate. This one right here. 5% additional pet action rate. So they're really good, especially if you don't have that much action rate. I will be going over the armor and other things in the part 2 video where I actually start doing the run. I don't want to make this video too long, so I hope that was informative. I'm hoping I didn't gloss over anything, and at this point is when I change over to Heretic and I would change over to the Magi spec. But as I said, I'm going to be explaining all of this. It's actually back this way. I'm going to be explaining all of this in the next video, so stay tuned. And I hope this one was good. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment sections below. Section, no S. Anyway, guys, yes, goodbye. And I thank you for watching, and you're beautiful and you are loved. And I hope you have a brilliant day and a brilliant week and a brilliant year. Guys, things have been so good for me. But anyway, good luck and see you in the next video.